Good morning, students. This is Ms. Torres again. Today we're going to finish problems 17 through 24. The learning objective will change a little bit. We're actually going to use algebra, and you'll be able to find missing angles inside of triangles. So what I want to do today is I want to help you out by doing several problems from the assignment, and I want you to try to watch me do number 17. And then the next two problems, I want you to pause it and get your paper and pencil out and try it as well. So why don't we start out by looking at number 17. We've got a triangle. The directions say to go ahead and find X, which is here. Right now, all we know is we have an angle that's 55, 54, and then this expression here, this algebraic expression. Now, what do you know about the interior angles of a triangle? They add up to what? Well, they add up to 180. So I'm going to go ahead and take all these three variables, well, this expression and these integers, these angles, and I'm going to add them up and have them equal 180. So let's start off. So 55 degrees plus 54 degrees plus x plus 74 equals 180. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and solve it. So draw your line. And we'll start by combining like terms. So add up all your integers. 54 plus 55. What's that? 109. Plus 74. So I'll add 74 to it right here. I'll show my calculation and my setup. Make sure you're showing your calculations and setup, you guys. 9 plus 4 is 13. Carry the 1. I got 183. So we end up with x plus 183 equals 180. And I'm going to continue solving. So what do you know here? You want x, but it's being added to 183. So I'll go ahead and do the inverse operation. So if they're adding 183, the inverse or the opposite is to minus 183. But if I do it from one side of the equation, I must do it from the other side. 183 minus 183 is negative 3, and there we have a value for x. Okay, so go ahead and pause it. Copy down your notes and get ready for the next problem, which you're going to try to do along with me. Pause. All right, welcome back, guys. Let's look at problem number 20. This time we have a triangle that's formed out of these lines. We're missing these angles here inside the triangle, and we have this expression, x plus 51. Well, look at it carefully. What do you know? These are vertical angles, and vertical angles are congruent or equal. So that automatically means that this angle is also 80. Same rule applies here. If this angle is 60, then this one across the way is also 60. And now we're back to where we started on number 17. You have values for all three interior angles. Go ahead and write them down as a sum and set them equal to 180. So I got 80 plus 60 plus x plus 51 equals 180. 80 plus 60 is 140 plus x. All right, next, combine these like terms. Add 140 plus 51. This one and this one. Go. So I get x plus 191 equals 180. I need to still find x. It's being added to 191. So I will subtract 191 from each side of the equation, and I get x equal to negative 11. So I hope you were able to follow along and do number 20 with me. If you weren't, go ahead and pause. Copy down your notes so you have an example. And then let's go ahead and attempt number 24 together. If you really want a challenge, try to do number 24 without my help. Okay, go ahead and pause if you need to. And welcome back, guys. Number 24, check it out. So what do we know? We know these are vertical angles, which are congruent. So that means this angle is 4x plus 17. So I have expression, and integer, and they're on the inside of the triangle. So what are they going to add up to? Well, they're going to add up to 180. So go ahead and take each of these expressions and the 80, add them up and equal them to 180, and then solve. Begin. X plus 23 plus 4x plus 17 plus 80. And there it is. Combine like terms. 1x plus 4x is 5x. 23 plus 17 plus 80. I'll probably do it over here on the side. 23 plus 17 plus 80. I'm combining like terms. So 10. Oh, I get 120. So 5x plus 120 equals 180. Now we can start solving the equation. I want x, but they're adding 120. So what's the opposite or the inverse of add 120? Minus 120. Do it from both sides of the equation. I get 5x equal to 60. Next, I want x, but it's being multiplied by 5. So what's the opposite of times 5? Divide by 5. But if I do it to one side of the equation, I must do it to the other side. So I get x is 60 divided by 5. Let me just do the math, and I get 12. 60 divided by 5 is 12. And I get x equal to 12. Please email me if you have any questions, and don't forget to go ahead and finish off the page. We're doing problems 17 to 24.